Yo, what's happening? So I'm gonna get a little off topic today. Something I've become kind of passionate about over the last few years. Once I became conscious of it, and what it is invasive species of plants that just take over, kill mature trees. That's the biggest thing for me, is they kill mature trees. Like the biggest one for me is Oriental bittersweet. It's just a Chinese version of like American bittersweet. American bittersweet's like not invasive at all. But this stuff is insane. I mean, it is literally like the tentacles in Stranger Things underground. You know, this thing spreads through a root system underground, so you can't even see it. And then it just pops up with its little green tentacles and just climbs and then just chokes out, squeezes. I mean, I've seen on my property where it sounds like a shotgun went off, where there's a mature tree that has a, big, thick branch, and that bittersweet climbs up, chokes that branch out, and from the bottom, those roots just pull at it. So eventually it just busted it, and it literally sounded like a shotgun. At first I was like, oh, it was an old tree, and the tree was diseased or whatever, and it just died, but no, it wasn't the case. This past fall and late winter, I've been just walking around my property through the woods. Once all the foliage dies off and you don't have all the leaves and everything, it's easier to see what you're working with. So I've literally made it like my goal on my property, where, I spend hours every week just pulling this shit. And I honestly don't think I'm going to be able to get rid of it. I'm just going to have to maintain it. I can show you a little piece right here. So you can see the tentacles right here. I'm trying to get my finger right here. So that's one of the tentacles. That's just a little guy, and you can follow it, and then you can find, where that root goes into the ground, and it's, you can tell from anything else. It's very easy. Once you pull it, you can see that root underground. It's like a bright orange, and it's honestly not that hard to pull out, but the shit just spreads underground. It's unbelievable. This stuff has to be had to have been created in a lab. There's literally nothing that can stop it. It serves no purpose except to just dominate and destroy. Here's a bunch I pulled out the other day out of this raspberry patch I have. That's all dead Oriental bittersweet. This area over here, I got a bunch of berries growing, and I literally had to pull out right here. You wouldn't believe how much of this stuff. There's a tree right over here. Hey, Toons, come here, buddy. There's a mature, it's an elm, but it's a Siberian elm, I think they're called. They're lightweight. I wouldn't say invasive, but they're, they pop up all over the place too, but at least they're trees and they grow fast and they get mature, but this guy's got these tentacles all over it, and I got to get in there soon or it's just going to choke out the entire tree. So you can see all the little tentacles sticking out, reaching for the next victim. This stuff is unbelievable. And it is crazy to me that we have so many of these virtuous people out there that are so worried about the planet and everything, and But I mean, to me, from what I see, you know, the worst is these neighborhoods where they clear out areas, and I got these invasive trees too. But anyway, so these invasive species of stuff, between that and just clearing all this land for neighborhoods and, you know, all this stuff, this place is going to be unrecognizable 30 years from now. God, that thing is dirty. Yeah, that's better. But, you know, I got these other trees, and these things are invasive as hell, and they just grow like crazy. Fast, too. I mean, these trees are like not even 10 years old. And every single one of these trees are invasive. I think there's a black walnut in there sprinkled in somewhere. A couple of them, they kind of look like them. But as you can see, it's all there. And then when you get back here, I literally cut them all down to get rid of them. So kind of the only place they're at on my property now is from like here to like right around where that big tree is over there. And once I became conscious of this Oriental bittersweet, you know, and you just observe your surroundings, you know, I drive, this entire area that I live in is plagued by it. And it is insane. I mean, I see properties with beautiful rows of pine trees, and they got this stuff creeping up it. A couple of them are already dead. You know, these pine trees are probably 40 years old. And these people, they don't do anything about it. I mean, I know it'd be a lot of work. It is a lot of work, you know, but I'd rather do that than watch TV, you know, be out in nature. And so I don't know if anybody else is with this. I'm in like northern Ohio, in like very sandy soil, so I don't know if that matters. But this stuff is insane. See if I can find more. I mean, this whole part over here, but I mean, you get my point that this stuff left untreated, I guess. And they say the only way to get rid of it is when you cut it or you pull a big root, is to find that other root in the ground and literally hit it with glyphosate, like not just Roundup, but like the concentrate glyphosate right on the edge of the root that you cut. Check out all this up here. See all those dead vines? The ones without leaves are the ones I pulled, and then there's just more coming up. It's pulling. It's pulling. I mean, it is crazy. And I mean, I'm not even exaggerating this stuff. Look at these tentacles coming out. Right here. Just reaching for something to kill. You can see some thick ones up there. Look at that. It's insane. Come on, Bruno. Come on, Tunes. Be a good boy. But I don't know. Just something I'm curious if other people are aware of this, because I'm not exaggerating. This stuff, if left, will literally kill every mature tree in this area. You know, obviously the ones that you mow around and all that, but if you have any woods, I mean, this area right here is like in between these trees. I've tried to mow over and kill this shit so many times. Look at this. Look at this stuff. These tentacles just coming up the trees. I cut it off this tree multiple times. Look at that. Man, is that insane? This stuff will kill everything. This whole patch right here used to be brambles, which are like just wild black raspberries. But these tentacles, it is just disgusting. You see them coming out of the ground. Look at that that guy. He's trying to go up that big maple. Trying to climb up that big maple, but it ain't gonna happen. I won't let it. And then this winter, I mean, I might have to just take this fall, or once all these leaves clear, I might have to get like a brush hog and just demolish this whole area. And somehow, you know, maybe try to just hit it with, you know, weed killer type stuff, because that's really the only thing it's good for. But anyway, I've been rambling on. Just something I've had on my mind for a while. I wanted to do a video. Peace.